Hi, my name is David Wallimann. Welcome to this lesson, which is all about helping guitar players like you find your voice on the instrument, develop it, to tell your own musical story. Today is all about chords, but we're not going to learn the names of the chords. Here's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with a scale, a full fretboard scale. We're going to work with the key of A major, an A major scale. Why? Because A major has a lot of open strings. It has 5 open strings, 5 over 6 if you're tuning in standard tuning. If we look at the A major scale, we have 7 notes. We have an A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp. Now, you don't have to know that. That's okay. But I'm telling you that because with the names of the notes that I listed here, you find an E, and we have an open string E. Great. You found an A, which is the 5th string open. You also found a D, which is the 4th string open. You do not find a G, so there's no G in there. So we're going to have to avoid that 3rd string open. And we do have a B, so 5 notes out of 6. All right. Why open strings are, why do I talk about open strings? Because the more open strings you can use on your guitar, the brighter the sound of the chord and the more resonance you're going to get. Here's a quick demonstration. Let's take a high E note. This pitch right here. This pitch can be found in multiple areas of the fretboard. You can play the same pitch on different strings, different frets, but this is the brightest of that pitch that you're going to find, and that's the 1st string open. Demonstration. I'm going to play that same pitch on all the strings, and you'll see that it's going to get darker and darker as I go closer to the bridge. Getting really dark there, right? And I can't go higher, I don't have enough frets. But see, as I was going to the bridge, it's getting darker and darker. So that's a choice that you can make sometimes. Small tip, if you're playing with a band and you feel that it sounds kind of the tone itself is a little dark, maybe try to open things up by using a lot of open strings. But anyways, with chords, we're going to use as many open strings as we can. If you can inject an open string sometimes, it's going to add brightness to that chord. All right, so we're in the key of A major, and we're going to start simple. We're going to actually use that A so that all the notes we play are attracted to that A. Because a note by itself, just a sound, doesn't mean anything. But if I play that in relation to something else, that's what gives it the color. So we're going to play the reference note, which in this case is A. I'm going to play it with a thumb here on the 5th string open. And then we're going to explore. So we need to have the full fretboard mapped out. All the 7 notes, anywhere we can play them on the fretboard, we're going to map them out. So it's a big fretboard. And typically when guitar players see a big fretboard like that, they kind of tend to think in terms of a lead player. And they learn the positions, whether it's a 3-note per string thing or the cage, regardless, but they think in terms of single notes. Not here. We're going to concentrate on an area of the fretboard. It doesn't matter which one, but a narrower area because we're going to make things easier on our fingers. Let's concentrate on this area right here. So we've got our 5th string open. That's going to attract all the other notes. And let's just pick a note. This one, for example. High E string, 7th fret. Why this one? Because why not? I could have picked this one, this one, this one. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to pick that one. Then I'm going to add another note, maybe on the 2nd string, maybe right here. Why not? That's the 2nd string, 5th fret. I could have picked this one, which is the 2nd string, 7th fret, or this one, which is the 9th fret. It really doesn't matter. I could even have picked this one, but that's kind of hard to reach. That's why I didn't pick that one. But it doesn't matter what you're picking. So we'll just start with that. And then let's add maybe this note right here on the 3rd string, 7th fret. So we've got on the first 3 strings, we have frets 7, 5, and 7. And that played in relation to A sounds like this. We played a chord in the key of A major. We don't know the name of the chord, but we hear how it sounds. That's really important. Now you need to ask yourself the question, do you like that sound? At the answer is yes, stick with me. If the answer is no, stick with me anyways. But if the answer is no, work on another one. At least you know that, okay, that shape, when it's played in relation to that A, I don't really like the sound of it. So you're not going to concentrate too much on it, but you need to do one thing, which I'm going to get to in a second. If the answer is yes, awesome. Remember that shape so that you can use it again. And now we're going to actually look at the intervals of that chord. And I listed them for you. By the way, you can download the charts for this lesson for free below. I'll tell you more about it later. But once you have your full fretboard, you can see which intervals you're actually playing in relation to that A. And here I'm playing the 4th. I'm also playing the 5th and the 9th. So I've got a 4th, 5th, 9th. So that means that there's something about the 4th, the 5th, and the 9th that you like. Maybe it's just one interval. I don't know. Play each interval one at a time. Start with the 4th. You like that? Yeah, great. No, fine. And then what about the 5th and the 2nd or the 9th? Maybe it's the full thing that you like. Maybe it's the combination of all that. But each of these intervals has a function, and it's that function that is important to understand. The function can have different names, but you're going to name it yourself. So this, what does it make you feel like? For me, I would say, okay, the function of this is to open up things a little bit, to add a sense of grandeur. Is that how you say it? Grandeur in French. It seems to always come out when I make a lesson. My French, sorry. But anyways, like something vast. That's kind of what I think when I have the 4th. So I'm associating an idea, a picture, to that interval. The 5th, for me, it just kind of strengthens things. It adds a little more strength, more power, which makes sense because the power chord is a root in a 5th. The function of the 5th, for me, is to add power. So I've got an open, something that opens up, a little bit of power. You feel a little, like a strong feeling. And then the 9th, for me, it's kind of nostalgic. That's what it makes me feel like. So the picture of this chord, I'm picturing like myself like in a vast field and a lot of space around and looking at the horizon. That's what I'm thinking about because of the way these intervals make me feel. So I'm going to remember that next time I want to paint something, a canvas, musical canvas. So that'll be one chord. And then you just kind of explore other chords. If you really like that shape, we can continue developing things with that shape by moving each of the 3 notes that you have here to the next note it encounters in the scale. And that's why the full fretboard diagram is really, really important. So this note, which is the 4th, will become the 5th. The 5th will become the 6th, the major 6th. And the 9th will become the 3rd. And cool, that's the same exact shape. It's easy to remember, right? So now if I like this shape, I can just remember this, and 2 frets higher, it will work on an A major context. And yes, I know that I'm using the 5th string open for A, but I also have an A on the low string 5th fret, which could be my visual reference point when I'm trying to build that chord. So that if I wanted to recycle this idea in E, let's say that I have an E right here, 12th fret. I know it's also open, but 12th fret, so I can recycle this chord. Right? And so forth. So we are just exploring in a fun musical way a lot of different things here. We're talking about harmony, we're talking about intervals, we're talking about colors, pitches, and all that kind of stuff. The goal is to kind of visualize your full fretboard eventually, all the possible notes, and kind of know instinctively what these notes are going to sound like and what they're going to make you feel like as you're playing. And the only way you can do that, I think, or the best way, is to take it one chord at a time that you figure out just by placing your fingers down. Until you find something interesting. And then analyze that and ask yourself, what is it made of? Why do I like it? What does it make you feel like? So that, you know, if I want to paint a musical picture just with my guitar, not playing with anyone else, alone, and I want to make you feel sad, I would pick from my collection of, for me personally, what makes me feel sad, nostalgic, and all that, and I would paint something using that. When I say paint, but you know, play. Maybe something like this. I don't know the names of these chords. I could figure it out. But I know what it's going to make me feel like. And I just hope that it makes you feel the way that I'm feeling. Now, if I want to make this happy, maybe, or full of possibilities, like a new hope, maybe I'll do something like this. A little bit of hope in the horizon. Go back to the sad part now. It's all about emotions and all about being able to convey those emotions with those intervals, which is really key to anything musical. So that's what I had for you. I actually prepared for you some charts with some of these chord shapes that I really, really like in the key of A major for you to explore. And this is only the beginning. Download this and you will have hours of exploration on the instrument and discovering new things, and it's a lot of fun on this. To download this, all you need to do is visit the link below. You know that, right? You've watched my lessons before, maybe. Enter your best email address, and I'll be sending you that. And I will also be sending you a free music theory primer, the music theory DNA worksheet. If you already went through that free stuff, you can still download the charts. I'm not going to resend you the stuff that you already got, but it's a free mini course that is going to teach you about intervals. And if you've been confused about music theory forever, then this is going to help you out. Anyways, visit the link below, email address. I'll be sending you the charts for this lesson and the free music theory course. And thank you so much. If this was your first time visiting this channel, thanks again. I really appreciate your likes, your dislikes too. They do help, and your comments and everything. Thank you. It means a lot to me. You should subscribe if you haven't already. I have about 3 videos coming every single week, helping guitar players like us find our voice and develop it and just enjoy the beautiful gift of music. Thanks so much for watching this. I'll see you next time.